and a little bit more util for the side of Rise here on attack. You can see the classic.
Revealing area.
And Shank's going with a Frenzy, but not really a raid boss, right? So he has to go with purchasing his
Yeah.
own Frenzy, a bit of utility. So he is a little bit weak there, but if he's able to play these close range as he is towards Market, he could, or sorry, as he's lurking towards A main, he could actually do a little bit of damage with that.
A lot of heavy utility cover over towards A side for NRG here, which makes me think that most of this, at least for the rest of the team, will be a retake. You have KO, they can still rotate over. The traps are there for Chamber, but they're playing in a position where they can kind of kid out and lean to each side. So no committal just yet. You can see both of the movement from Hazed and Sam too. They're like, yeah, we'll just go on the first call right now. So they're playing very fluid.
Scanning ahead.
And a great high position here from Android, looking with the Headhunter, where he can look down towards Tree, get a flick towards A main if he needs, and then also safely rendezvous away towards the Heaven side. But that 0 point that comes out, maybe a little bit of misinformation, as it didn't really ping much. So Tex does have a fragment, though, because there's a lot of noise being made. He's forced to run outside of the Tree side, but you still have this Headhunter, as I mentioned before. Left. The dash coming in. Android's looking for that smoke. Now he's trying to connect for this kill. He does manage to get 2 and also rendezvous away. But Sam is on the top. Headshot onto Shanks, and the spike is about to go down.
Sam with a bomb right there. That was an amazing shot. Quick flick. And dude, they're taking their time. They're setting up. They're going to get door destroyed. No reason to leave door up. Then everybody knows the funneling in from Heaven. They split 2-2. They may still just do the Heaven.
Yeah, especially with Android low on HP, he's going to be at the point to try to clear it out, and he's going to be the human shield, but Derek on the flank on behind. A 2 versus 1. No more utility left on his side, so he's going to have to go with the body peek. Goes with the right.
Keep themselves comfortable, at least here early game, to see if they can make a difference. Why not? I mean, as a KJ, you kind of need your money for util, but a Ghost will put a damper on that come by round.
Judge play from Sam inside Market. We do have a trademark in the front of B side. We're currently lurking up here for Rise. So a little bit of information once we come around this corner. They're going to break that down. It forces a little bit of a rotate from EU back from mid side over to B.
Scanning ahead.
Recon to come out is going to ping 2. We're trying to get the spray potentially as we're pinging it first. EU's just waiting, and unfortunately he will not connect onto that. So we've made it out safely for Rise back towards B-Link side, and we're trying to pull out the rotation by doing a little bit of a pull towards the A side. But even the A side player are looking to beat back up towards Rise at B.
I think they 0 point towards A maybe, and then go B. There it is. They just hit the 0 point towards A. No one's moving on the side of NRG, though. They're like, yeah, we get it. You're just faking it. I think there wasn't enough movement besides that 0 point, even after first round. No
This
conditioning.
is hard. But there's nothing gained, right? No utility has been disposed yet for the defender side, and we only have 20 seconds left.
Again.
So now you have to commit trying to go in. A shock dart, that is going to be close to kill Poise, but he's still alive. Peeking through. Now spotted ADS with the Odin. Another kill to come in for EU, pushing down towards mid.
This bonus is actually pretty hefty for the side of NRG, as they had a few different guns last round that still got through Rise. But it is Rise's first gun round. We'll see what they can produce.
Producing a little bit of mid-pressure. You heard the underhand throw. As 4 players of Rise are slowly creeping up here towards Arches at mid. There is going to be a trademark from Android up towards Pizza. We're just going to try to break that utility if we can.
Super slow. Rise wants momentum. I think, especially once Rise gets a hold of the game, I feel like they control it with much more aggression. When they don't play passively like this, you'll have Shanks up a little bit more. And that all as well comes, as we saw last game, with once you have a little bit of money behind you, you can take chances. You can look for a trade and say, okay, that's fine, we lost one, we can still buy. Right now, it's very tense for the teams in this bonus round. At least buy, actually, I should say, on both sides at this point, and they're going to be going market to B.
Yeah, fragment towards spawn side. Sam holding close range with the jet. Judge, and he's going to be able to get that headshot into Shanks, able to fall back. A spray from the Odin of EU, but we finally made it into the site for Team Rise. It is going to be a plant at default spot. And let's see how they hold this back. Stars on sidewalk.
Yeah, in the smoke, just hiding out there. And seeing the Sova as well is such a great counter to the smokes. We saw 1 kill there, so great hold on the sonar bolt. get back into the site. EU with another Odin frag out. And it looks like they're going to start entering B.
EU continues to go to work with this Odin.
Oh,
Saw him
word.
pushing inside the site. Only one more to go at the default spot that we mentioned before, and that is a clean. Look at how much he spent here for the defender side of NRG. Max 1,800 credits just to get the utility and the armor right for the defender side. And Rise struggling here back on a half buy.
Yeah.
We see the guarding. You mentioned it from Poise.
It's the Rabid Rise round, right? They go again. They just buy. They're frothing. See if they can get some frags here. Trademark down. 0 points still up, so if they need to get some coverage here for Shanks to go forward with that, they can. But he actually pulls away and goes solo. Timing himself with hazed here. This may not work in his favor.
Is Least able to dash away, but so low on HP. Here comes the rest of the info up on Catwalk, the 0 point. But there's another trademark around the corner. So off that text and an underhand flash and then peek out. Here comes the Phantom Kill, lines up two very easily. Fragment then to prevent anybody else from pushing through and trade off. And that is 2 kills. You will take 2 free ones.
So what are you going to do? That's your initiator. That's your duelist going down. You still have initiator and smokes to get in, but it becomes tougher. You give it to Poise. You give it to that Guardian. Head tappy's coming through. Sam's going to get a trade back on the Superman, though. Planting, but you're already up against Sam's Blade. You're up against an operator already, and you have to be careful because you're about to hear that thing ring out if somebody peeks mid.
0 point spawning 3. Right now in the defense, that's information for NRG as they cheat one player over. That's going to be Hayes going up towards Heaven side. B side is fully open because you just want to play the utility off that trademark at B main.
This is a let's see what they do now that they have an advantage round. Do they get antsy? Do they push? You see how far Poised is placed back. Everybody's back in mid. You didn't even get a peek out of Derek. He didn't even want to see what was mid because that would have been a kill from Sam. So this is really Rise just trying to read what NRG might want to do on these types of rounds, and NRG is really giving them nothing, fans.
Concealment.
Even with the L drone, they're not even able to see much, so Rise are going to recap on mid control. And even when we had an op at the beginning from Sam on mid side, decides to fall back, and that allows this creep up to happen. But here it comes, the peak. Boys able to miss that, or able to avoid that shot rather, and they're pushing up towards tree.
Took about 1 minute and 15 seconds for us to see our first action of this round, mind you. And they finally get EU off the board, Vans.
Overzealous as he's going through, spraying with the Odin through the Cosmic Divide, and a smoke from Jet. Fragment on the ground, a pixel plant to come out. Will we try to get a knife? It's going to be from the air with the headshot there onto Neptune. And now there's only 10 seconds left. Going for another one. And here comes... Oh, he misses a shot, though. 6 seconds left on the clock. You have to commit for a plant. It's going for a saber plant towards the dice side, and they're close.
And stop the bleeding.
Yeah, 3 HP. There's nothing you can really do for Hayes. You know they were trying to run that clock down so they could actually win on time, but when the Cosmic Divide wall dissipates and your 2 players out in the open like that, and you're just trying to prevent that plant from happening, you're guessing for the rest with the remaining seconds, right? So Rise is just spraying across, gets that lucky kill into Hayes, and they're able to salvage that round, thankfully.
Switching up how they just kind of play where Poised is. They keep that KJ on the left. Obviously, they have to have Shanks watch into B now, but they liked that slow play last time. I feel like they got at least a little bit of information or just a look on someone, and they can start to kind of figure out, where they want to go with their info. Trying to dip, duck, dodge, and that's not going to be enough. Did they trade back on this final shot? It is going to be a quick tag as well, though. And they get one on EU as he takes down Neptune.
That's a huge kill there. That's a KO down, one initiator. Actually down as Texas is around the corner. Fragment on the ground. Here comes an ult on the attack as they're trying to creep in towards the A site for Team Rise. But there again, there's the opening towards Heaven's side. We're going for the Gravity Wells. We made one inside that site. We're going to battle up towards Hell. He's got a knife out! And still Hayes wins that fight. Derek, though, manages to get 2 kills. It's a 3v2. As he's moving inside the side, the door is closing. We get the plant with 13 seconds left. Actually, we don't have the plant yet. We actually have to try to narrow it out. Here comes the spray, and we at least get the plant on default.
Rotation around Derek gets tree.
Uh-oh. He's the last player to go. One down, and unfortunately, because it was a null command, that allows Sam to come out with the Odin and save the round for NRG. A close clutch that almost happened there for Derek, but it's still going to be NRG that had It's looking to be desperate. They have to try to do maybe, but I don't think it's going to be something quick because of these Guardians, but for Som, it's quick. He does get the kill onto Derek, traded out by Poise, an Owl drone to come out. Android pushing forward. He does have a tool to false, but he decides to just leverage his Phantom for this round because they know they have the weapon advantage and the economy advantage.
Exactly. That's such a good point. I mean, Hayes still has an operator. The Astra still has an operator. Som went down because they can feel free a little bit on this round due to that econ. And see how Rise, this is kind of what Rise was expecting before. How does NRG play these? Oh, they're in our face. Like, so a learned round for both teams there. 1 minute left on this, and now Derek and Som down. Let's see how they split 4v4. Looks like a market to be hit, but this is dangerous with just Superman by himself. Although Superman, very good.
Unlucky timing with that smoke dissipating. Android's able to get the headshot onto Poise. EU holding back inside sight, trying to see if he can spray towards B main. Hayes gets enough from spawn side onto Neptune as the numbers are dwindling. One more time for Rise. 2 more to go inside sight with 36 seconds on the clock. 1 stuck inside logs. They still manage to get 2 kills for Shanks and Superman. The Viet crew moving forward. Make that a 2v1. Now Android on a 1 versus 1. Both at virtually the same HP for Superman and Android. Phantom versus that Guardian. As Android is creeping up, unfortunately does get the backstab.
Almost on deck for Derek. He's 2 points away. That can be super helpful. Have the Blade Storm. Neptune's ready for null command. Let's see what they can shut down. Is EU doing his thing. I figured we'd see some Odin play, but I didn't think it'd be this gross. He is just capitalizing so much. Can Rise get another round for themselves?
The good thing about that is that they don't really have to go for wall bangs with the Odin. It's just face check kills that works out in the favor of EU. Saw a 0 point that came out earlier on in this round, but it's still a stalemate to start things off. We see now finally some map control inching up towards this mid side for Rise as they're finally setting the first pace into the round.
I like it. Quickly thwarted. Seems like NRG is just on top of it all right now, and they still have, what, Som in the back of A. They still have Chamber in the back of B. Android's ready. I believe possibly a TP out if he's got his cards ready. He can rendezvous somewhere else. I don't see the second.
Take flight.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah, right now in the early rounds, just those two are posted up together. They have the trademark. Once they set that up and the action's calm, you rotate a little bit more towards a passive mid take. But now here comes a null command as we're trying to push back towards mid side on the attack. Suppress is going to be text in the back of the site. Here comes more pings with the Odin. The sprays, no kill so far though. And finally a fragment coming out from Neptune just to push out the defense. But here's Android in the back. That's 1 headshot on Neptune. Dancing on the left side. Enemies are closing in on him at 2. There's only 8 seconds on the clock as he stays alive for kills and long enough for text to come in for the backstab. That's
the reason that they were able to capitalize on that round by identifying everybody went super sight by Rise. And again, Vans, that's another time we've seen Rise have everyone go to sight, and it kind of falls apart.
There's some on mid side, just a little bit off timing there. Better on Rise to identify this op early in the round. So now they creep up on Catwalk with a fake smoke on mid side. Again, a Spectre buy, lower buy for Rise. They had great success on it last time with the Guardian and pistols. Now with 3 Spectres, can they open up Catwalk? Hello.
Oh, hello. Yeah, exactly. Thinking the same thing, Vans, and it looks like he'll give him a fragment real quick.
Yep.
Oh, caught on the back step, but Android's going to eat some pain too, so good trades all around, but Superman comes up with the one that counts.
Here comes the dash away to just try to sell the bait, and here comes the gravity well on the attack. Som does get a collateral from the A site, though. He looks back for another, misses that one there as his opponent was fully blinded, but Android at least is there to capitalize on that blinded Neptune, leaving Poise, unfortunately, on his own, left to his own demise.
Right now, NRG is doing such a good job at closing any opportunities that might be happening and playing their agents in their composition. Beautiful.
We're going with a tool de force and also an op pushing down towards mid-side. How crazy that for energy. But here comes the rest of Rise with the full gun round. Hayes, yes, with the spray and the Phantom from spawn side. A first one to drop. Cosmic Divide to just try to get into sight. You hear the Odin spraying, sorry.
That almost killed him.
Got a kill, yeah.
Well, that Cosmic Divide is so clutch. All right, all of Rise in sight. They couldn't keep themselves out. This time, it was kind of forced in. They didn't really have the potential to protect, but they're always put in these tight positions, and Util coming in from NRG is going to be strong.
0 point now towards the default spot. Field the false here from Android trying to clear out. He hurt the shots from that default spot. Fragment towards the back of the site. Shock darts in the back as well. In a wall bang. Everything is just working so well for the retake here for NRG. Off shot missed though, unfortunately, with the tool de false, and Derek lines up too with the Odin. It's still going to be the Odin battle here as he's about to go head against EU. Looking for the clutch, looking for the ace. Back to the classic. Then take out the saw, but can't get it. But yes, indeed, there is not enough time. It's still going to be the Red Bull clutch.
Rise.
Revealing area. Right here.
Don't have to dodge this dart too much. They're already outside of it, so the information is actually pushed from Tex. Oh no. Insta-walk.
Yep.
Right in.
And it's not even for a knock from Som this time. It's just we're pressuring on different angles. Rise definitely on their toes this whole game. They can't really figure out what position that NRG currently has. And on their map pick so far for Rise, it's been so tough. A surprise attack onto spawn side that gets fully denied by Som. We have an early 5-on-3 for NRG's advantage.
Ooh, I think they saw a shoulder there. Yep, he definitely did.
Scanning ahead.
That was thick.
It's looking so clean for NRG, but so sloppy, unfortunately, on how Rise is currently trying to creep up. See, how many face checks we're trying to do. No utility to clear. Finally, the first utility, and that's how you get the kill. There you go. So crosshair displacement. Poise gets the headshot onto EU, but he's low on HP. It's him and Derek trying to move forward. A body peek once again denied by Som, and here comes Derek. Another attempt for a clutch. A 3 versus 1. 28 seconds left on the clock.
We hit round 12.
Desperate measures, Spectres, Ares, Sheriff for Rise. Looking for something early inside B main. Shock darts just to try to clear utility at the same time, but it's just stars that are posted there.
Oh, let's go. Lock it down.
Still a trademark towards B main, though. That's going to slow things down for a bit. 100 Fury on the defense. It actually pings out one on top of that.
Yeah.
It's still on. It's still working. They still have the lockdown. They didn't break it, but hey, it's not even needed. Everybody died. There's one moving inside the site. Android's in the back there. Yes, there's the Ares kill, but he's about to get backstabbed here quite.
This is Rise's pick, Vans, and it does not seem to go their way. Let's see if the defensive side brings that more to light of why this might be a pick for the team. We do know Rise for their aggression. Let's see if they can employ that here. We start off with NRG, just spreading out a bit, getting their trademarks up. You can see that Android is setting up their Sentinel flank, and they're ready to move forward.
Yeah, the 0 point spotted both the KO and the Astra on A site entry. Something very normal right now for positioning on defense, so you don't really react on that for NRG. Instead, we break down utility for this Killjoy on mid, which forces the door to be closed and also forces defenders to play in the back of the site. Now, this actually opens up mid-site, though, Riv. Or mid-spawn, sorry.
Yeah, you're right. And they are slowly taking that advantage. And that's why I don't think we're seeing A go just yet. The members of NRG do not want to commit because they want to get the information now from Som and EU, how much more they can grab. I feel like there should be like a sixth sense now. There it is. Yeah, Neptune starts moving. He's like, it's way too quiet. Check our back. He's considering it, and it might have been too late, Vans.
That's how you play it on the Heaven side. Shanks is winning it the whole time behind his spammable boxes. It's only good for one trade. And Neptune, there you go. Yeah, it was a little bit too late, but he redeems himself. The rest of them are pushing inside the A site main for NRG, though, as Android opens up the kill. It's a 3v3. Low HP is going to be Team Rise. We're looking for this plant. Shock darts. Will it cancel it? It's going out on default. It kills it, and there's only 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Now we're going for the plant. Will there be another shock dart? Nope. It's going to be Tex. Going with the spray with the ghost through the nebula.
Holy moly. Everybody from NRG is just popping off right now, and you can't say much about how to stop it. You just have to start shooting better, maybe double up on everything, play in a position where you can trade. Your options become so slim when a team is playing like NRG is right now.
Judge out again here for Som. 3 players holding back towards mid side. Derek looking for some information with 30 seconds down in this round. And it's not going to spot much yet. I think he got shot off for a bit, but that's just like misinformation right now. We don't know how many players yet are towards his B-side main, but it's still going to be NRG looking to split on a 2-2 to clear up towards tree after the 0 point. Android with a headhunter kill onto Superman. Tex opening up towards Heaven's side, and the Judge working in for Neptune. timing has been perfect for Energy as they have an open site.
It's wild. They just seem to have Rise's number. There's no other way to put it. You can't even say Rise is playing bad, right? Energy's just there in their face, always circumventing whatever is happening on defense now. They're going to do it again. One goes forward.
No.
They're going to trick up Derek. He gets crossed up, cross-eyed, but he goes down. Boys is able to return too.
0 Point now spots him. At least he's able to silently get down the boxes into the garden. About to go head-to-head against the inside the Nebula and gets the kill onto Tex. A 2v1 as he picks up the Vandal now. One towards Wine, a Gravity Well, a Jiggle Peek from Hayes, and you see that there's not really much time.
You know, in the positioning they're having, it's making it very hard. There it is. That's a little Shanks. That's what we want to see. Never too little, too late.
Just to battle it out, the Jet versus Jet. We saw the 0 Point recon dart at the same time. But it is still going to be a one-player advantage for Rise. Meanwhile, though, creeping up towards mid side, we're going to break this alarm bot on mid. Meanwhile, still creeping up towards A side for Team Energy. Oh no. The dink onto Poise, low on HP. One of those moments where you get the dink with the Phantom, but you're definitely going to take the advantage of that because you've gained map control for Energy.
Do they keep... Oh? No, they don't keep going. So they're actually going to wait it out. Drone's going out right now from EU. So I actually like the way that Rise is playing this for the moment, but I think they're giving up. As I say that, they start to give up a little bit too much space and walk out of where they had a good pincer.
1 HP on Poise towards spawn side. We're still creeping up here, both Tex and Android. The ones you want to frag here for the team, the ones clearing space towards the B side.
There it is.
And with that 1 HP, you still have the headshot from Poise right by the market. He's about to come outside of this Nebula as Tex is creeping down the A site. 19 seconds left on the clock. You have to commit towards the B side. I love this push from Derek, though, towards B main. This might be a good advantage here to allow Rise to stay alive in this matchup, and there's that backstab kill. EU does get the frag back with the Odin, and then the Poise Guardian does not pay off. Nice Gravity Well! That's a clutch Gravity Well coming in there for Superman.
For the next 9 rounds. Let's see if they can do it, fans.
Shock Dart early from EU, no damage, and a 0 Point coming out from Tex. And sorry, it's the opposite. It was a Shock Dart from Derek, sorry. Just try to get a pick here towards A main, but it's not going to do any damage. Meanwhile, though, that's a stalemate there, but early in this round, we're already forcing out the Owl Drone from both ends, just to try to clear out towards B side on the attack, and Catwalk on the defense.
Play a little anti-flash in mid. They've gotten off of that. Now they're just trying to dodge Odin shots right now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sam was in a perfect position as he crept down under that sidewalk, up the staircase, and the backstab kill onto Poise. And that's utility down all towards B main, which will allow the rest here of NRG to rotate back towards B if they can. But while that happens, though, Shanks is still able to fight back and make it a 4 versus 4. So we're still trying to debate where we're going to go. We're hesitating so far, but it's definitely looking at the last 2 players here that we're still lurking towards the A side for Energy to meet up towards B. But Shanks inside this B link. Here's the footsteps. Android. Oh, man. Like I said, Android ADS with the Headhunter. He pops those heads for sure. Still, though, one inside the staircase. It's Neptune. He does have the rifle. Tex still moving in, and he's letting his shots himself. It's now a 4 versus 1. 1 more to go. This is looking to seal the deal here for Energy dominating this first map. Superman now even spotted from that 0 Point. They know he's towards market. They're about to go for a quad swing pretty much on this market side. It's looking so grim. He does have a star to work with, but this is looking to be game over, and that's Android. And